Hello, everyone. Welcome to Info Session today. And I and Dr. Jeran will introduce our programs for Magnimind. We get questions on and off, and then we occasionally do that info session, live info session. And then we want to address your questions, answer your questions. So I will just briefly introduce myself and Dr. Jeran a little bit, and then start to make the introduction. I'm Murat Badai. I'm Stanford scientist, serial entrepreneur. I've been working on computational AI, data science for the last 20 years. I started as physicist, biophysicist, bioengineering. Been here at Stanford 10 years, and a lot of my focus a lot in AI in medicine. Similarly, me, Dr. Jeran has been in also computational world for last more than 20 years. And me and Dr. Jeran and more in business and other areas. I was in more physics, engineering areas. We've been doing things more like computational work. It was really the core of the AI, the current AI you guys know. And then now things getting really much better and faster. And Dr. Jeran actually also is a faculty in San Jose State University. Prior to that, he was a faculty in Santa Clara University, as well as Case University. And we are doing a lot of AI and medicine work together with a partner in Stanford and other universities. So as a Magnimind Academy, we built the academy like almost 8 years back. We focus on AI and data science. Several of our also co-founders from Stanford and Silicon Valley. We built this one. We saw a need for AI and data science education. We thought that there could be better education, better awareness on this topic. And it's actually, we started as a data science. Yes, we're gonna share the actual recording. We started as a data science. Now it's hype, as everyone knows, is an AI. It's really data science, and AI is interchangeable word terminology. So now it's becoming more and more popular, and the need and education, and it's gonna grow further. So yeah, I will actually start to talk about our internship program, and I will let Dr. Jeran give more details of this program, and then he can maybe more further introduce himself. Let me share my screen and then start to talk about what we are doing, what we are offering students. So we go with rewire your brain, rewrite your future. So rewire your brain is like what the neural network does. But a lot of training you go through, you always have to train yourself. And then I have to get ready for next jobs. Things goes really quickly, like 3 or 4 years ago, you talk about 5 years ago, NLPs, popular, now it's going to LLMs, and next going to AI agents. It's going really fast. We have to always be on training and then grow with it. So demand for data science is high. People always ask us, it's gonna be growing more, or it's gonna be going in that trend. So and then we believe that this trend is gonna keep growing as new data tools, new platforms are coming in. There is a new data emerging. Just think about social media even expanding. There used to be only Facebook, then Twitter, then Reddit, there's TikTok. Each one is creating new data sets. So we're in AI, medicine, healthcare. There's a new devices and tools that are emerging. And there was a tool that you can only measure some of your health vitals just once in a month or once in a year. Now you can get things measured every day, maybe even hourly rating. Even you can get a glucose sensor, you can do like a minute measurements, stuff like that. So much data has been collected. There's still a lot of things not been addressed and not been studied. So let me reshare the screen again. Yeah. So that trend is gonna keep growing. And there is no question about it. If you guys have any questions about what is about this trend, is not gonna be there. So, and then what is happening, a lot of people, what we offer here in Magnimind, like the past 8 years, focus on data science, and we see the common problem with people that they get trained, but they don't get an experience. There's really a huge need for hands-on experience. The Kaggle survey indicated that a lot of professionals really stated the hands-on experience more important than traditional education. That's why, especially this mentorship program, we get a lot of people who graduated master's degrees. And 1/4 of our actually students has PhDs, because those are really not giving much as hands-on experience. Industry need experience. So that's why, so there's another Coursera actually in 2019, this survey. So 57% of data science learners feel the real world experience is essential in mastering their skills. And Google's study also showed that traditional academic qualifications are not enough. It's not a predictor for people to get jobs. But these are really like a surveys what we experienced that we're in Silicon Valley. We based in like a Palo Alto. We've been really knowing the needs and what industry people, what recruiters are looking for, strong experience. So there are 3 gaps. Gaps in real-world application and limited mentorship. A lot of people, yes, they do go take training in the online platforms, Coursera, YouTube, Udemy, but it just really, it stays there. There's no really further support and guidance. There's no mentors, how to build the project, how to do the project. And then real world application, lack of experience, actually is similar, but in different in the sense that recruiters really look for your real world experience in a companies. There's some settings, you had an experience, you work with the team, you build your product, you build your code, they look for such kind of an experience. This is where it comes our mentor-led data science internship program. So we provide so many mentors, expert mentors from industry and from academics. We build portfolio with students. And we do work on unique projects. And around 6 to 7 projects students working on. Especially one project is the big long-term project, is with the company or affiliated company. So that is the actual experience you were able to show to recruiters your job applications. We also provide our online data science courses. We have a full stack program. We open our program to our students. There's 7, 8 different classes and different data science topics. So you'll be able to have an access. So we provide mentors, courses, unique projects, and industry experience. More than that, we have practice interviews. We have career coaching. There will be CV and resume coaching there that people will work with you to build your resume, because there are really several aspects of getting a job. First, you need to have a really good marketable CV. Although you're really good, you're not reflecting in your CV. A lot of people struggling with that. They really cannot show it, and we provide that as well. And second is you need to show an experience, actual experience, not like, oh, you take a class, you did such project. It's not the experience people look for. It's the really experience that if I give you the job, you'll be able to do it. Because in data science in many companies, like I can tell you like more than 10,000 startups with Series B funding in Silicon Valley, for example. These guys are around the $20–50 million range of companies, but they can only hire a few data scientists. They are not gonna go hire so many people, or one is gonna do machine learning engineer, the other is gonna do this data analytics, the other gonna do deployment. The companies don't have luxury. They really look for someone, unicorn data scientists, to do things. Even big companies. unless you go like a very big and maybe this will be next stage, they look for a specific knowledge. But in the beginning, in most Silicon Valley market, you really need to have a good exposure to different technology. You need to know and build it. So the second thing they look for in interviews, your experience in real world problems. That's what we give. And we also give interview Q&A sessions prepared for your interviews. And coming back to our difference, like what is our highlights from what I said? Real world projects, we have 5+ mentors we provide students along the program and company experience. And we also bring the academic plus industry experience. And more importantly, we're in Silicon Valley. And we're really exposed to here. We are following the trends. We're keeping up our program and students with this trends, Silicon Valley exposure. Because the most things and new technology starts here or coming here to boost. A lot of people build stuff outside that they bring here to actually make marketing to boost. That's why Silicon Valley exposure is good, because we have a chance to learn things at first. So I will actually let Dr. Geran to talk about more details and then the core of the program.
So hello again, one more time. So my name is Yasin, and thank you, Dr. Baday. So as Dr. Baday mentioned, we have been working on this program for a while together, and our main objective is training students and then preparing them when they finish the program, preparing them to have experience on projects, on different projects actually. So then what are we doing this in this program? So for this program, first of all, when we first talk with the student, we want to assess whether the student has a good background. So what if you don't have the background? Let's say you know a little bit about Python, you know a little bit about statistics, but not much about machine learning. So what we do is we are assigning a mentor. This is going to be a one-on-one mentor. So an experienced data scientist actually is going to follow you up for the next, again, depending on the pace. But in general, we limit this to 2 months. So this mentor is going to follow you up for 1 month. You're going to have weekly meetings with the mentor, and then mentor is going to make sure that you go over all the material that you need to complete to get started with the projects. So what kind of material is that? So we have all our course recordings, assignments on SQL, machine learning, statistics, Python, Spark, deep learning. So these are the courses that we already taught, we already gave to students in different programs. We have the recordings and material already available. The unique thing about this process is you are going to be working on this material with the guidance of a data scientist. So it's going to be one-on-one. You're not going to be, not going to be a second or third person except your mentor. Once we realize that, or once we understand that you are ready to get started with the projects, then the first phase of the project begin. So this is going to be about machine learning. So we're going to give you 2 projects. Each project will take 1 week, and you're going to be meeting with your mentor. Now your mentor will be a different person. So once you are done with project 1 and project 2, so what are we doing these meetings, by the way? When I say project, what does that mean? There are so many projects available out there. So go to Kaggle's website. Hundreds of projects with the data sets and code. So many solutions available. So there is so much of resources available. I can say you don't need anywhere or anything except just sit in front of the computer and then start working yourself. But then what is unique in here is, again, we have the project. You are going to talk with someone. go over your code, and then ask questions and then receive feedback. Your mentor is going to give you his opinions about the project. So basically, you're going to complete the project. You are going to look at the project, understand the project, complete the project by looking at from different angles. I think so far, students, the feedback we got from the students is this is the point where they like the most. So once you're done with the first phase, our second phase begins. In the second phase, we introduce NLP. Again, depending on your background, if you are lacking background on NLP, you can start with very simple, basic introduction to NLP and then two projects. Depending on your pace or your background, the level of the depth of the project can differ. Okay. Again, each project will take 1 week. Then we get to the next phase, deep learning. Sometimes in the third phase, depending on the student, request from the student, we may give another 2 machine learning projects, or we can continue with our original program, which is deep learning projects. So in the third phase, we are giving 2 different projects. One project is going to be more on image analysis. The second one is going to be more on large language models, right? So these 6 projects, 3 phases, the purpose is preparing the student for the final phase, which the student is going to be starting working on a long-term project. So in this case, it's going to take 9 weeks. So this project is going to be more open-ended, vague, and then you will be joining a team and then working with other data scientists that have been working on the project for a while. All right. So the last phase, the module 4, depends on how you did, what you did in the first 3 phases, what are your interests. Some people are more interested in healthcare data. Some people are more interested in retail data. Some people are more interested in marketing data. So depending on your interests, we may match you with the corresponding project. If you guys ever took any online course from us, so this is one, I always show this slide. Again, we are living in a time where we have enormous amount of resources available, and then I'm teaching every day to so many students. My observation is, even though we have so many resources, so much of resources, unfortunately, we cannot finish what we start, unfortunately. So this is the data set I compiled from Andrew Ng's machine learning class, which is online, available at YouTube. And then you can see how many people finished the first lecture, second lecture, third lecture. The number of people actually viewed, I'm not even saying finished, viewed those lectures is dropping significantly after third, fourth. And this is the general trend I observe. So we need someone to actually work with, someone who's going to hold our hand and then move from one phase to another. That's my observation. Of course, there are a lot of people who also learn by themselves and then successfully complete what they started. So again, I'm talking about in general what I see as the mean of my observations. All right, thank you for listening. So this is what I wanted to talk about, say about our project, the mentorship internship program. So again, Dr. Baday, it's you can continue if you like. So and then please feel free to ask any questions about the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ceyran, for the details. So I want to actually share screen and then share them more. If you guys have any questions, you can start to ask from Q&A. Happy to answer those. Again, coming back to what I finished, like what are the difference? What are the highlights we provide? What real world projects? And we really provide so many mentors, and then company experience, academy and industry experience, and Silicon Valley exposures. So some of those projects that we work with different companies, and we work also with some Stanford labs in some of those projects, and sometimes companies partner with it, and some other also universities we work with as well. Like we build a sarcopenia disease prediction panel We work with Verizon stores, data center. We understand the customer pattern. And then another one is MRI, brain cancer imaging, platform, stock market AI indicator platform, and doing a lot of marketing AI integration for Google Ads and Facebook. With the sport medicine AI, there's different project titles here that some of our actually students have been working with companies. The way it works, once you decide apply, and we're gonna have interview with you. We're gonna see that if you're fit for the program. Our expectation that this program, especially mentorship guide internship program, is more for intermediate to advanced level people. And then a lot of people cannot find job, although they study well because of the lack of experience. But if we see that you're in borderline, we might actually give you a 1 or 2 months period, and then we assign you mentor. This is additional. Currently, we'll do that as a free to catch you up with the program if you are in borderline. So after interview, you understand your space. And then you start the program if after interview, if we do decide that an academic team decided you're fit, we accept you the program, you start. Our program will start in mid-January. It's actually all mentorship, is personalized program, all your time, and then it will be a schedule based on your and mentor's time. And the price currently upfront at $8,000. We have $1,000 off temporary coupon, and we have limited space. And if you're going to do monthly, we have $10,000 for 10 months and installments. And this is really the general overview of the program. Again, we like to help you rewire your brain, rewrite your future. So please let us know if you have any questions on the program. Or we can also schedule like assessment, like short assessment, a meeting, like 10, 15 minutes to understand your background. You can always send us CVs and strengths. A lot of people come to us like having like a degrees or masters in data science and other fields. And sometimes we understand that there's a lot to learn to be competitive in job market, and we are happy to assess that as well. Yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Because this one is more clear session than ever. Yeah, when we had other info sessions, we get like tons of questions. Yeah, happy to address your questions in person as well, 101 too. Yeah, whenever you need it. So I give you our emails like info@magnimindacademy.com and murat@magnimindacademy.com. You can reach out to us for detailed information, or you want to schedule a meeting, or if you have any specific questions. We have a limited time. Limited spots because it's 101. We have a limited spots with companies and the whole program because it's personalized 101. Actually, we should say one-to-many mentors. Like, so that's why that limited spot. Yeah, actually, it seems I only share with the host. I will share with everyone. Okay. Yeah. Thank you again for listening, and hope to see you in our program.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening. Take care. Bye.